My name is Chris Shaffer. Well, I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, but moved to Chapel Hill as a toddler and lived in Chapel Hill through my teenage years. I went to Wake Forest undergrad, went to Western Carolina for my first graduate school, and went to University of Southern Mississippi to get my doctorate. I'm a clinical psychologist, work primarily with children. I am one of the owners and one of the instructors, and in the system that Shehan Dale is the head of, I am considered one of the seniors in that system. Well, you might say I was something of a troubled child. I got in a lot of fights, but I was also in a neighborhood where fighting was pretty typical. And went to a school where it was pretty usual after school to either participate in or to see a fight. And did a lot of physical things, probably in a more productive way. I played football, didn't grow into a football body, so I started wrestling. When I was in high school, there were a couple of Korean guys who did what was then called Korean kickboxing, probably now would be called Taekwondo. And they wanted someone to essentially beat up on in the ring, wanted to have people other than themselves to practice on. And so they sort of started this dojo in name that was an invitation to those of us who like to do physical things to come and get beat up on. In college, I started training in Taekwondo with two nephews of Yoon Rhee, who was the guy who started American Taekwondo. A little bit of training in Kung Fu and briefly trained in Shotokan Karate. And then kind of stopped after college. And then all the way until 40, I really didn't do any martial arts. My son, when I was 40, was 5 years of age. And Sensei Mike, who was the head of the dojo here, came to his school and did some classes, and Dylan was very excited about that, so he wanted to do karate, and I wanted to do something with my son, so I started back at that point, and I've been doing it for 22 years in this school. Physically, it's done a lot for me. I had really let my body fall apart coming up to 40. And it was great to get back into an environment that I was working out 2 to 3 times a week and having fun doing it, because I've always had a hard time going to the gym and working out for the sake of working out. So it was mentally helped me a lot. It's developed, both doing karate and teaching karate has developed a lot more patience. I feel like I'm in much more control of myself than I would have been had I not done karate. It's given me a community. We have a great family of people here, both the instructors and the students. It's a place where when you walk into, it's kind of like the old Cheers show when you'd walk into the bar and everybody says, "Hey, Norm." We kind of feel that way here, and I feel that way. So I think the relevance is it's a very healthy activity, keeps your body in good shape. You can sort of engage in the activities of karate as your body gets older. We have students who are in their 70s, and they're, I think they feel like they're able to maintain karate, where if you're engaged in many other sports, you kind of age out of them. I think it's great for the kids, particularly in developing a sense of competence. One of the terms we use in our system is indomitable spirit. So that idea of sticking with things, of working through adversity, of continuing to do things until you're successful. Glad to have you come. We're what is often, sometimes referred to as a non-professional dojo, meaning that all of us have day jobs or we're retired. We do not run this dojo as a business per se, And I think people feel that when they come. We'd like to have you come and try us out, see whether it fits with you. If it seems like it's a good fit, then we'll talk with you about signing up. But the door is always open. I would invite anybody who's interested to come do that. We have a lot of fun, and we welcome you when you come.